part C, we're now asked to find some probabilities. So we're asked, given we pick a customer at random out of the 50 customers, what's the probability that they brought strawberry? So probability of strawberry. We're looking at the whole sample size, all 50 customers. So out of 50, how many of them like strawberry? 7 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2. 17. So 17 out of 50 liked strawberry. The next question said, what's the probability chosen at random that these customers brought orange, so orange flavoured chocolates this time? So probability of orange. Now I've just realised here, O is not a good, it's not a good idea to call one of your, use the letter O because it looks too much like a 0. So if I were to do this again, I wouldn't use the letter O because it's a little bit confusing. So just for future reference. Again, in this question, we're looking out of the 50 customers. So out of 50, how many brought orange? So we're going to add these numbers in this orange circle down here. So 10 and 4 and 2 and 5. So 21 out of the 50. This part was done very badly. We did one lesson on it, testing for independence. And it says on the formula sheet, so you could have looked it up, it said, if two things are independent, then the probability of one thing happening and the other thing happening is equal to the probability of one thing happening times the probability of the other thing happening. So if you're going to test something for independence, you need to apply this rule and see if the two sides equal to one another. So in our case, we're not using A and B. Determine whether the events in part C. So the events in part C were strawberry and orange. Okay, so we calculated that the probability of them picking strawberry was 17 out of 50, and we said the probability of picking orange was 21 out of 50. So probability of A being S, and let's call B O. Probability of strawberry times the probability of orange is equal to 17 over 50 times 21 over 50, which equals 357 over 2,500. As a decimal, that's 0.1428, so about 0.14. So that's the right-hand side of the equation. So now we do the left-hand side and see if it equals to the right-hand side. The probability of strawberry and orange, I can read from my Venn diagram. So probability of strawberry is this circle, and probability of orange is this circle. So how many people brought strawberry and orange is going to be this space in between. So strawberry and orange is 5 plus 2, so 7 out of 50, which is 0.14. So I did the left-hand side. If I round it to 2 decimal places, it was 0.14. I did the other side, it's 0.14. Therefore, because those two sides are the same, events A and B, or in this case, the chances of you buying strawberry and orange are independent events. Again, this question on the whole wasn't done very well either. So this is what we call conditional probability. So out of the 50 customers, I'm going to pick one. But the customer that I choose, it says, given that the customer chosen brought coffee. So we're restricting our domain. We're only looking at a certain section of this diagram, and the section we're looking at is the section where they brought coffee. So anything else, anybody who didn't buy coffee, I'm not interested in. So we're going to get rid of everybody else. Only the coffee people now. Because it says given that they brought coffee, so only coffee. So instead of it being out of 50, how many is it now going to be out of? Well, only 15 people brought coffee. So given that, this is telling you you need to only look at a certain area. You can only isolate a certain part of your diagram. Given that they brought coffee, find the probability that they also brought strawberry. So out of these people that brought coffee, which ones also brought strawberry? Well, strawberry was this circle. So these two groups of people brought strawberry and coffee. So it's going to be 3 plus the 2 in the middle. So 5 out of 15, or 1 out of 3. So just to reiterate, if it says given that, the next part tells you what to consider. Anything that doesn't fall in that category, we're not gonna consider in our calculations.